information here.
You have my nationality information. You have my...
So, Mr. Hensley, are you representing yourself today?
Proper persona sui juris.
All right. Are you representing yourself today, sir?
Propria persona sui juris.
All right. So, Mr. Hensley, I'm not certain what you mean by that phrase. All I'd like to know is if whether you're representing yourself today or not. We've had this conversation many times previously. It's up to you, sir. All right. So, Mr. Hensley, you don't have a response for the court?
Well, you don't know what proper persona sui juris is? That means somebody presenting themselves.
All right. So is that what you want to do, is represent yourself today?
I'm presenting myself, Islam, yes.
Okay. And then, as we've talked about several times, do you understand that representing yourself can put you at a disadvantage to other folks, like the people who have attorneys that are representing them? Do you understand that?
No, I do not.
What don't you understand about that?
None of it.
You don't understand any of it?
I don't understand how it's a disadvantage.
You don't understand what?
Did you say it's a disadvantage?
Yes.
How's it a disadvantage? In what term? In what manner?
So the disadvantage would be that they're familiar with the rules of court, that they're trained lawyers and the rules of evidence and things of that nature, things that we've discussed many, many times.
So are we talking about law or are we talking about codes?
We're talking about statutes, we're talking about court rules, we're talking about case authority. Do you understand that you could be at a disadvantage?
I understand law. Are we discussing
All right.
law or
I'm not going to play this game. Hey, Deputy, I want you brought over here in person. We'll put this all on the record. We're going to put this on the record in person. We're going to get Mr. Hensley sentenced today, and we'll make a complete record, as complete as we can, but I want to do that in person because we can do this all morning via Zoom, and it's just not very conducive to that. So if he can be brought over, and then we'll continue with our documents until we see him here. What do we have next that we can do?
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Call the case will be Lowell Schwartz, case number 24S. Case number 23S, 18766, FH, People v. Milton Hensley Bay Jr. Defendant is present. He is in person. He is co-heard. They've been through for sentencing. And in front of him at the podium, I've provided 2 copies of his right to vote.
All right. So, Mr. Hensley, we are back this morning for circuit court sentencing. He's appearing in person. We did try to start this earlier with him remote at the jail. It just made more sense for the court to have him present where we're not trying to talk through Zoom. So, Mr. Hensley, here we are again today, sir. First, I want to start with this. When I arraigned you a couple weeks ago, you were given the opportunity to request court-appointed counsel, and you were also given the opportunity for the last several months to retain your own counsel. Are you representing yourself today, sir?
Objection for the record. Make the record reflect. My application is complete. The title is big. Moorish American National. I think that's right.
Anything else?
Proper persona sui juris.
All right. So, sir, the information that I have in front of me has your listed name as Milton Joseph Hensley Jr. So, we've been through this before. Respectfully, I'm going to call you by the name that is listed in the information, Mr. Hensley. So, Mr. Hensley, do you wish to proceed by representing yourself today, sir?
Both of my fifth finger right.
All right. You don't wish to answer any questions from the court?
My fifth finger right.
All right. So you're not going to answer the court when I'm asking, do you wish to proceed representing yourself today for circuit court sentencing? Do you wish to do that, Mr. Hensley?
Objection.
Like pulling teeth with some people.
All right. So then let's get this on the record. As far as the PSI, Ms. Bond, it would appear that the court has a copy of this. Mr. Butler apparently has it. And then What do you know about Mr. Hensley receiving pre-settlement? So, Mr. Hensley, have you had a chance to review the pre-settlement report, sir?
Objection. My appellation is Malik. Title is Big. And for the record, you have my nationality information in your files. Note my appellation.
All right. So, when was our PSI completed, Ms. Bond? Looks like 229 of 04.
Yes.
I reviewed it. And so, after the review, that would have went out to all the parties sometime in March. So, I also wanted the record to reflect I've seen Mr. Hensley several times as it relates to sentencing. He had been appearing for all of his court appearances. He had been cooperating with the court as it relates to expressing his desire to represent himself in these proceedings. He's never wavered from that, which is why the court is inquiring again today. I recognize that sentencing is an important part of the circuit court process. It's certainly a hearing, if you will, that would require and entitle, I should say, the defendant to the assistance of an attorney, which is why I'm asking. However, the court is balancing that with the idea that this circuit court sentencing date has been delayed several times, and the court can't help but glean at this point it just appears to be a delay tactic. The court, if we sit back through the dates, has given Mr. Hensley several times to hire counsel. He expressed that interest. Again, it appears in hindsight that it's simply a delay tactic. The court has given Mr. Hensley several times, actually not even with the sentence that the court's required to give here in a moment.
And what's with the sunglasses?